Amazing world. Alexandra Eala showed elegance in left A. Great noise in Eastbourne when she outlasts Varvara Gracheva in an intense three-set war. One, a win. That is not just a match win, but historical signal. He was the first Filipina who reached a WTA final. This is the kind of story that can unleash the whole country in ecstasy and pride. It was not easy. Against 3 sets, lots of momentum, swings and suddenly emotional, congestion at the end. But what was seen by World is a young player who is not bucking the pressure, adjusted, took risks at the right time, and delivered clutch points. The combination of great tactical shot, Alex's making and lefty angles, pushed for him to get 75-5. 26-63, successfully trended online immediately, and reignited the hope of those tennis fans in the Philippines. The teaming of winning is perfect. It leads up to Wimbledon and giving Alex no just points but momentum, self-belief, and huge media spotlight before the biggest stage. His run at Eastbourne from qualifiers until final contention, showing that he is ready to contribute at the highest level, and that is no more. He's just a rising prospect, real contender who can score. In the grass season, the effect on those is also emotional. Highlights and locker room clips, the tears, the relief, and the weight of expectations suddenly exploding. This is the narrative that went viral. From underdog junior champ to national hero in the making, there's a dramatic arc of sacrifice training at the Rafa Nadal Academy and upset wins that strengthened his mental toughness, the foundation of comeback core storytelling. Failure, hope, and recovery here. Spinning, but there's a countertone. The Wimbledon draw will deliver more. Strong trials ahead against a defending champion in the first round. The question of the country now, can Alex sustain physical and emotional energy for the Grand Slam? Push? The answer for now is in. Confidence he brought with him from Eastbourne. Heroics. In other words, the winner against Gracheva is not just one. More results. This is the spark that can. Let's make a summer story C-Clab. Will give life to the Philippines. The crazy world, especially France and Britain this grass season is looked. And the question to each. Filipinos, are we ready to shout? Let's go Alex stronger? The winner by Alexandra Eala versus Varvara Gracheva is not just a tournament upset. This is a high-caliber signal if how deep evolution reaches. Him as a professional grass player. Season on the surface. Traditionally difficult for those baseline-heavy players. Showed by Alex that he can transition from in clay-style patterns towards moss. Fast, unpredictable bounce of grass. The result, earlier ball contact, more aggressive court positioning, and more clear tactical identity. This is the first liar why it was significant. His defeat of Gracheva. It's not accident. It is the product of deliberate adaptation. The match will also show the maturity of decision-making, especially in high-pressure moments. In the first set where almost the battle is point-to-point, not him. Panicked extended rallies. Instead, to force the winners, he chose disrupt Gracheva's rhythm with the lefty forehand patterns, cross-court, heavy spins, abrupt down the line, changes and calculated net approaches. It was this shot selection that helped to him to establish a psychological edge when a player is done. This against a top 50 caliber opponent. This is an indication of high IQ and strategic confidence. In the second set, his intensity dropped and there. But the Moss found momentum. Important insight is how Alex adjusted in the third set. Nope. He tried to force the power. Exchanges. He returned the structural patterns of the first set. Higher already. Margin for error. More disciplined. Positioning and immediate recognition. When the short ball's open, it showed that he wasn't just hopeful. On adrenaline, he knows how to reset. Mentally, a threat rare to young players competing in the WTA main. Draws. Defensively also stand out. His movement, the grasses, requires shorter steps, lower center of gravity, and more. Quick recovery and directional. Changes. This is where his training came out. In Europe and the Natal Academy. Nope. His movement is flashy but efficient, calculated and durable in long exchanges. His composure, even though the strength. Gracheva's aggression is showing. He can keep up with the physicality of top-tier competition. Tactically, the most important turning point is Hindi man serve patterns, overpowering his first serve, great placement and variation. Many times he was forced to Gracheva return high or no depth gave Alex the because